Good morning, Virginia. So it is a gloomy day. Hopefully that doesn't hold us back, because I have to figure out what we're gonna do in this weather. So yeah, hold off, rain. Just hold off a little bit. I just need to make it out. Go explore some. What's up, everybody? Jess here, and like I said, it's a gloomy day in Virginia, but I have some plans. We are definitely going to eat brunch at a place that I found. Hopefully it's delicious, and then I'm gonna follow that up with either my plan B or my plan C. I have no idea yet. Just depends on what that out there does. But thanks for coming along. This is video 2 for us here in Richmond, so let's go kick it, see what we can get ourselves into, and hopefully this rain stays away. Welcome to Buttermilk and Honey Fried Chicken in Richmond, Virginia, where this shop was opened by a husband-wife duo, Chef Mike Lindsay and Kimberly Love Lindsay, and lo and behold, this place was awarded Best Chicken Sandwich in America by Restaurant Hospitality, and Best Chicken Sandwich by Richmond Times, and Best Mac and Cheese, among many other awards. Here is a QR code that you can scan to check it out. Also, Guy Fieri has dropped into this place, so you know it has got to be good. But those touchscreens, that's where you're going to order as soon as you come in. And today, this is what I ended up getting. This beautiful chicken sandwich. Oh my gosh, it was so juicy, hot, fresh. Those fries, mwah, chef kiss. Great seasoning. And of course, I had to get me an IBC root beer, because I'm an IBC root beer snob. 10 out of 10, I would totally eat here again. Just looking at these photos, my mouth is watering right now. But it is right across the street from Secret Sandwich Society, right here on the corner of Gray Street here in Richmond, Virginia. Here's the front, so that you guys know where to go to get your buttermilk chicken and honey. But we gotta go on to our next adventure. So let's pop in an Uber and let's go. Welcome to the White House of the Confederacy. This, so you know, is a modern day term used, not one given during the Civil War, but it is used to describe the utilization of this house. It was built in 1818, and it had a few owners prior to the Crenshaws, who were a wealthy family here in Virginia who was looking for ways to support the Confederacy. They did so by selling their house to the Confederacy for $43,000 to be utilized by Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy. The house was sold with updates such as a third floor added, gas lighting, and a bathroom with plumbing and shower. Davis and his wife with three kids moved into this home in August of 1861. During the war, the house functioned both as an official office and a home. Now we just walked to the back side of the house, and then over to the left is where you enter to start your tour. They also have a gift shop where you can purchase books in regards to the Civil War, as well as some other knick-knack items for sale through there while you wait. And then, of course, this is in the holding room, some information that's found throughout the house, which I thought was really cool. The reason why I'm visiting the White House of the Confederacy is because of Abraham Lincoln. He was here 5 days before Robert E. Lee surrendered to Ulysses Grant, and it was just 10 days prior to his assassination that he was also in this house. So for historic purposes, the drive that brought me here was because of Abraham Lincoln being in this house. Now, for the next 5 years, this house served as a residence for the U.S. Army officers as they administered Reconstruction. After Virginia was readmitted to the Union in 1870, it was released back to the state, where it became a public school for the next 20 years. That's right, a public school for 20 years. Now, when we enter the entrance hallway, you will see 2 plaster structures. That is comedy and tragedy. How they have survived 20 years of little kids' schools I have no idea, but these statues have been here since the house was originally decorated. Fun fact, there are 3 George Washington portraits in the house, which served as the mascot for the Confederacy due to if our first president supported slavery, then they had a just cause. You can see him looking over the table here, where many plans and agendas for the Confederacy were hatched. However, upon Washington's passing, he put in his will that all his slaves were to be freed. So, take that, Confederacy. Our first president did justice by freeing all. Side note, who is that bust of on the mantle? Leave your guesses in the comments below.
As cool as possible constantly. So high ceilings, all ceilings are around 12 and 15 feet, so that hot air has a chance to rise. Huge doors and windows that are all very strategically placed so that based on wind direction or temperature, you can choose which ones to open. Sure, air is always blowing through. There are central ventilation columns that run through the building, and a basement that directly touches the ground so that humidity would be absorbed up by the bricks, evaporated, and then also cause a current of cold.
Our tour guide here is talking about how the house naturally cools itself, which is quite fascinating. I would suggest looking into that. But what I wanted to share was the wallpaper, which they were able to find when they were renovating the house. It is a textured wallpaper. We got to touch it and everything like that, which was pretty cool. But that mirror you see there, keep that mirror in mind because guess what? They are missing that mirror. It is supposed to be a symmetry mirror, one in the parlor room and one in the room that we were just in. They still cannot find it, so if you guys know where it's at, I'm pretty sure they would reward you handsomely if you found it.
All right, this is the master bedroom of the house. What was common etiquette at the time was for husband and wife each have separate rooms in the house, but for reasons I'll get to later, Rena gets kicked out of her room and brought here with Davis instead. Now the two of them are an interesting couple, to say the least. The first thing to note, there's an 18-year age gap between the two of them. When they first get married, Rena was 18, Jefferson Davis is 36.
This attached to the master bedroom is Raina's sewing and writing room. Thankfully, she had her own space since, as you will see in the next clip, Davis commandeered her bedroom for his own purposes.
The office would have been located 4 blocks down at the Virginia Capitol, but as I said before, not the most sturdy human being to have ever existed. Most days he cannot make that walk. Instead, he takes one of the spare bedrooms of the house. This is Marina's room, converts this into an office, moves her over there. And this works out pretty great for Davis. He doesn't really need his own bedroom because on top of his other health conditions, there's also a chronic insomniac.
That cord you see there hanging from the chandelier is actually a way that Davis made a desk lamp so that he could better work into the wee hours of the night since, like she said, this was his home office. And this brings us to the kids' room. The Davises ended up having a total of 5 kids, 2 while here. One of them tragically passed while falling off the 15-foot story porch that is here, and the only one that survived was their daughter, whom made it to the age of 32. Now, this room, as you can see, has an extra bed. This is for the nanny, whom was an Irish woman that was sweet-talked into being hired by the family to gain passage back to Ireland, which during that time was hard to come by because of the war. She ended up working for them the entire time, and as the Davises fled when the war was ending, they told her, take whatever you want that will be used for your passage. However, when Abe Lincoln arrived at the house, she was still there maintaining it and was able to be granted her passage home. Alas, that's going to do it for our tour from the White House of the Confederacy. But if you walk down a block or two away from the house, There are some additional museums in the local area which came highly recommended by the locals, one of them being the Valentine Museum that would be right there on my right hand side. So if you're in Richmond, Virginia, take time to check this out and let me know how it was. Okay guys, so I made it back to my room before the rain hit. Yeah, so it's been some time. We are now in the future. Future. So, sorry, SpongeBob reference. And I'm hungry. And I'm thinking the rain is going to hold off so I can walk and get dinner. But first I wanted to give you my thoughts over brunch, as I like to call it. That chicken was juicy, and the sauce was just dripping everywhere. It was really good. I didn't expect for me just to go in, order on the screen like I showed you guys, and then eat. But tomato, didn't matter. The vibes were immaculate. The jams were popping. The kitchen staff was belting out the tunes, so I would highly recommend going there. Like I said, chicken was good. You wouldn't be disappointed. And then, not too far down the road was the museum that we went to. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't my top pick. What I wanted to do was outside, but with the weather, I decided to opt for something inside. Maybe if I get another half a day free, I can go do what I originally wanted to do. If not, I'll let you guys know what I had planned. But yeah, it is time for din din. Time for me to get some more food in my belly to take you guys along, and hopefully not get wet. So here we go. Okay, walking to tacos. Ooh, wind blowing the rain droplets. Okay guys, I made it to Soul Tacos. This was a couple blocks down the road, and since I had a taco craving, I thought I would pop in. It was prior to dinner rush, so plenty of time for me just to sit and chill and enjoy my tacos, but more to come on that here in just a second. The place was nice and everything. I just wouldn't recommend this place as somewhere you guys should eat. The tacos I ended up getting were the jerk chicken and the Nashville hot, both of which were not to my standard at all. I didn't even finish eating them. I would give those a 1 out of 10 on the taco scale, to be honest. Okay guys, quick taco thoughts. Those were not good. I'm a bit of a taco snob, and those were bad. Like, legitimately bad. I didn't finish eating them at all. They were way too saucy, and Nashville hot was like soaked in store brand hot sauce. Would not recommend that place. So off to grab a snack and just relax in the room. Okay guys, so I'm on a taco kick. The Soul Taco that I went to, like I said, walking taco thoughts, they were not good. The sauce was everywhere. It was overpowering ranch. What I really wanted was some vegan tacos, so instead I came back to the hotel and I got these birria tacos with some consomme, and then of course all my waters. So I'm gonna eat one and then at least tell you guys what I think, because I, like I said, on a taco kick. Yeah, here we go. Tacos. Time for tacos. And they give me napkins. Let's go with this one. figure out how to grab it. Just take the... Cheers. Oh no. Way better than the other place I went to. However, it's not tacos like Jazz makes or some of the other taco places we ate at in Texas, Florida, New Mexico area. Like, I'm a bit of a taco snob, go figure, but these will do. These will definitely do. I let them sit and cool down a little bit so that I could eat these on camera real quick for you guys, not burn my mouth. These will satisfy my taco craving, so I'm gonna eat and then I will be right back with you. So hold on, don't go anywhere. Okay guys, Jess here. Obviously, I'm not in Virginia, as you can tell, but I realized I didn't close out this video as I was editing it. So, thoughts. Originally, I did not plan on going to the White House of the Confederacy. That was like option C. My original plan was to go to the church where Patrick Henry gave his speech in Virginia about give me liberty or give me death in regards to the American Revolution. That's what I really wanted to do, but there's a lot of Civil War history around in that area, so since it was an outdoor area, I had to ex-nay that because of the rain, so instead I went indoors to the White House of the Confederacy tour. Overall, it was probably about 45 minutes to an hour tour. Nothing crazy. The only thing I would suggest is if you can't amble up some narrow stairways, then don't go on this tour. But there are a lot of museums around in the area. The art museum came highly recommended. I wasn't able to make it to that. There's a couple of other Civil War museums, as well as that one museum, the Valentina Museum, which came highly recommended. So lots of cultural and history that you can totally check out while there. I'm glad I at least went, because like I said, I went because Abraham Lincoln was there. He was there 10 days prior to his assassination, so why not be in a historic place where the great Abraham Lincoln was? And finally, I rounded off the night, of course, with some taco disappointment and some okay tacos back from the hotel. Yeah, wouldn't recommend that place to you guys. I will leave the address in the description down below so that you can make your own thoughts and inquiries about it. But overall, that was one of my spare days that I had in Richmond. I have one more video coming out for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for hanging with me. Jazz will be coming back and hanging out pretty soon. If you guys have missed her, let her know with all the love in the comments, because she reads them and lets me know all the great things that you guys say. But with that said, I am going to end it here. Thanks once again, Richmond, for being awesome, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!